5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Deducter bringing you the losers match of the OSL Ro24 Group F. We have a ZVZ today, Hyuk versus Hero. We have Hyuk as the blue Zerg at the 7 o'clock position, and Hero is the brown Zerg at the 1 o'clock position. They are in cross map positions. This is a 4-player map. So often Zergs feel more comfortable about going 12 hatch on this sort of map, especially, well, they don't know it's cross map positions, but cross map positions would make that maneuver more, it would pay off more. Certainly because a 9 pool would be delayed somewhat in the time it takes for the Zerglings to get to the opponent's base. And those seconds are all that the opposing Zerg player needs to be able to help in the defense of their base. And usually the ZVZ, of course, the old mantra is 9 pool beats 12 hatch, 12 hatch beats 12 pool, 12 pool beats 9 pool. In recent years, that particular maxim has not really been shown to be true anymore. I mean, that is still usually the case. I feel the player will gain an advantage, but these advantages are easily lost through subsequent micro or perhaps through exceptional performance by the opponent. Jaedong, at his peak of ZVZ, was famously known for being able to achieve victories over supposed build order losses. These days, Jaedong has shown quite a bit more weakness, I have to say, in ZVZ. He's been, well, at least certainly in his series against Com, for instance, in the MSL, he was so predictable. Oh, not Com. Sorry, against Zero in the MSL, he was so incredibly predictable. He went 12 hatch every single game. That is a recipe for failure, I have to say. That is sort of the Flash approach sometimes, where Flash used to be, he was known for being a cheeser. He would do that all the time, and then afterwards he was known for being the 14th CC player all the time. These days, he's still known more for his macro builds, I have to say, but he doesn't always taking the same risks, although there are times he still does that. I don't know. Flash just has this ability to read people, I think. This is better than his old days, assuming Flash doesn't retire or is forced to retire. Both players going for the 12 hatch as expected. It appears, so not very surprising here. Both players thus far with the identical build, I believe. Unless Hyuk has actually gone for... Oh! Apologize about that. I was not paying attention at all. Hyuk... It looks like both players actually have gone for what is almost certainly either 12 pool into expansion or overpool into expansion. Apologize about that, so I was completely wrong on this. Both players have gone for identical builds, and I should pay attention a bit more instead of commenting on how much I like Flash, which always distracts me from the more pressing matter of the current matchup here. Both players with some Zerglings out in front of their base. Hopefully they will be able to stop the scouting opponent's scout from entering. Hyuk trying to maneuver his Zerglings around but not accomplishing anything. Hero trying to maneuver his Zergling around but not accomplishing anything either. Both players, it appears to be completely identical at this point. They are going to be able to get Overlords into their opponent's main soon enough, or natural. Usually that's where you park the Overlords, not the main, the natural, to see what is going on. Always important information to have. How many Zerglings the opponent has, for instance. You don't want to get caught by a surprise wave of Zerglings. That would always be bad. Both players, looks like, with speed finished on their Lings, so completely identical play thus far from both players. Hero looked like he might be able to sneak by just there, but nope, not managing to accomplish that. Some more drones morphing for Hero here at the natural, but Hyuk also with some more drones. There appears to be drones on the natural there for Hero and 2 for Hyuk. It looks like Hyuk has maybe 8 or so mineral drones, and it appears Hero might have a similar number. Honestly, is somewhat difficult for me to count these drones particularly fast. The observers are pointing out there are only 2 drones on gas there for Hero. Now he's put 3 drones on gas, so both players now with 3 drones on gas. It appears that Hero has opted to sacrifice a bit of gas there maybe to squeeze out a few more Zerglings, or possibly one or two more drones. I'm not completely sure. Just subjectively, it does appear that Hero has possibly one or two more drones, and maybe a few more Zerglings, although the Zergling count is especially difficult to establish. Just looking at the size, perhaps Hyuk actually has a bit of advantage. He certainly feels comfortable enough pushing out with his Zerglings there. I think he's going to achieve nothing. Unfortunately, Hero should have no trouble at all fending this off, and Hero going to sneak two Zerglings through. Nice work here by Hero. Hyuk, in his eagerness to rally all his Zerglings to the front there and to engage in this assault, I don't think he's going to be able to do anything, and Hyuk losing a drone already. Hero needs a few more reinforcements, and the reinforcements are coming out here for Hero just in the nick of time. I thought there was going to be more Zerglings, but Hero looks like he has two Lings versus the two Lings of Hyuk's, but now with four Zerglings by Hyuk, there are absolutely no opposition there. Hero has no opposition to deal with these Zerglings. These Mulas coming out are going to be able to stop this harass, but how many drones can the Lings kill? That is really the question here. I believe they've killed at least one drone. Two drones there, it looks like, has gone down. So nice counter damage by Hyuk there. Both players inflicting casualties on the opponents. Scourge coming out here from Hyuk. Hyuk trying to catch these Mulas. He's sending Zerglings with the Scourge. This time, unfortunately, not accomplishing much. Hero with good Mule Micro there, picking off a pair of the Scourge. Second pair is forced to flee, and Hero looks like has a dominant air force at this point. But I think by the time he gets to Hyuk's base, both players will be more or less even up in terms of their air forces, and Hyuk does still have some Scourge left around that he can employ against the coming assault by Hero. Hero with the Zergling going to scout out the air force of Hyuk's. He's going to try to pick off this particular Overlord. Air battle perhaps going down here. One Scourge getting picked off there by Hyuk. Hero rallying more Scourge. Zerglings running into Hyuk's main. Hyuk needs to pay attention here. He has paid attention, and he needs to be able to deal with these Zerglings. He's brought back his Mulus, it appears, to deal with them without losing a drone. Nice work there by Hyuk. So he does appear to be paying attention for now. More Zerglings of Heroes running to the natural, but there are no drones there, so not going to bother Hyuk at all. Both players still maneuvering around the map with their air force. This time Hero has 6 Scourge, plenty of Scourge I have to say, to deal with Hyuk's air force, but Hero opting not to press the engagement at this point. He's persisting with these little Ling attacks. At this point, I fear they are rather pointless. Hyuk now pressing ahead with his Zerglings. He's got 6 to Hero's 3. Hero trying to make a stand on the ramp, failing there. 4 more Zerglings going to run into the main base here of Hero. Hero bring back his Mulus just in the nick of time to deal with that, and I believe no drones were killed. So both players trying to harass, not really accomplishing too much. This looks like it will come down to a decisive air battle. Both players still stockpiling their Mulus, constantly reinforcing their armies. Neither player willing to force the decisive battle for now. Let's see. Hopefully, all of this turns into an incredible display of Scourge cloning, or Mutalist Micro against Clone Scourge, or something like that. It would be rather anticlimactic if the battle were less exciting, I have to say, because there are a lot of Scourge out here for Hero. If he suicides all the Scourge into 1 or 2 Mulas, that would be disappointing at best. And that single Zergling able to pick off a drone. I didn't think that Zergling by Hyuk would accomplish anything, but I was wrong. Hyuk with 1 Zergling killing a drone, that was quite a nice maneuver. Hero now wants to pressing his attack. He's rallying all his forces. It appears those Scourge not landing on Hyuk's forces. Hyuk doing a pretty good job at dodging, but there are so many more Scourge coming. And I don't think Hyuk can cope with this. He's getting so many hits landed on his Mulus. There's no choice for Hyuk but to pull back here. Hyuk has managed to avoid most of the Scourge, and Hyuk now turn the game around. His Scourge have morphed, and he's going to counterattack. He has managed to stop these assaulting Zerglings too by Hero, even though Hero has killed a drone, evening up the drone count, and both players pulling back their air force. It looks like Hero's Mulus count is still low there. His shadow is not very deep at all. I'm not quite sure how he lost so many Mutalists in that particular engagement. And now Scourge killing Scourge there. Scourge suiciding into Scourge. One of the more amusing aspects of Brood War. Hyuk with absolutely massive Meatless Force. I don't know what happened to Hero's Army, or Air Force, but this is GG by Hero, and Hyuk takes the game. Hyuk, I have to say, I don't think a single Scourge landed on his Meatless, or maybe one at most. He had exceptional dodging of his Scourge. I believe what must have happened is that Hero's Air Force got trapped by the morphing Scourge of Hyuk's. It did not occur on screen or something like that. Anyway, going on to the final match.